Not working hard enough when you know you can work very hard, right, is not an excuse. If you can do the work, you should do the work. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 006 of the Lessons from Failure. I'm shooting this video in my mom's kitchen. That's only because now it's too late. I can't shoot it upstairs because everyone's sleeping. Otherwise I'll be making a lot of noise. So, today's video I'm going to be talking about getting outworked in your classroom. Right now, for all the reasons to fail, the only reason you should fail is if the situation is uncontrollable. If you cannot control the situation, then there's nothing you can do about it, right? But if you can actually control the situation, there's actually no reason to fail. There's just no excuse. I failed before, so I'm kind of like being a hypocrite here by telling you that there's no reason to fail. So, the reason most people fail is obviously because of situations. Because I don't believe there's anyone who gets into school who writes an exam with the intention to fail. So, right, I'm going to assume that everyone that has failed is because of something that they could not control. It's because of something that they themselves do not even understand. Right, so that's why they failed. They didn't know what was happening. Right, so this is what you should know. Hard work is the only thing that you can actually control. Only you can decide how much you want to spend studying and how much you want to spend doing other things that have nothing to do with your education. Right, it's you. You choose how you want to live and you choose how you want to spend your time. That's hard work. You choose when you want to turn your homework in. Obviously, your teacher sets a deadline for you, but then you decide how much effort you're going to put into that piece of homework. You decide how much effort you're going to put into revising for an exam, for a test, or whatever it is. That's the only thing you can control. You can't control your teachers. You can't control the exam board and all that kind of stuff. But preparation is the only thing that you can control. So, of all the things that can happen, do not be outworked in your classroom. By do not be outworked, I don't mean like you're competing with anyone, but you're competing with yourself, right? You're competing with yourself. You're asking yourself, okay, how much time do I have today? And how much time can I allocate to studying realistically, right? I'm not saying if you have 6 hours, you're going to allocate that 6 hour block to studying. That's just impossible. Right? Otherwise, you'll be wasting a lot of time procrastinating within those 6 hours because you've given yourself the impression that you have a lot of time. So I don't encourage people to binge on work, right? What I encourage people is each and every day, on a daily basis, you find some work to do, right? 2 to 3 hours a day. For those of you in A level, it might be a little bit more, but 2 to 3 hours a day, right? That's the amount of work that you need to do. And the reason why I say per day is because if today you do your 2 hours and let's say you're feeling a bit more energetic, you get into 3, but no more than that. So that you get into a routine of doing things bit by bit instead of trying to binge on work. Because people who try to binge on work at the 6 hour, the people that at the end of the day end up doing all-nighters, which is not a good idea because you cannot sustain all-nighters through the whole year. What you want is consistency. So hard work is very important. Hard work. You set your own standards and you set your own limits, and each time you push yourself until you get to a point where you can maintain it for the whole year. That's hard work. If you can find a routine, a regiment, right, whatever it is, a timetable, and do that every single day, except for Saturday and Sunday, or one of those days you go to church. If you go to church on Sunday, then Saturday you're working. If you go to church on Saturday, then Sunday you're working. If you go to church on Friday, then, those other 2 days you're working. So, if maybe you don't go to church, it doesn't matter, but you pick one day. 1 out of the 6 days is just relaxation. The other 6, it's proper hard work. It's proper hard work. Now, when I say proper hard work, I don't mean number of hours, but it's being consistent. It's sitting down and doing whatever work needs to be done. Maybe it's coursework, or maybe it's studying, revising for an exam, doing your homework. Whatever it is, it needs to be done every single day. That's hard work, right? And you define that for yourself. I'm just giving you a figure, 2 to 3 hours. I'm putting that because I think that's a safe bet, right? No matter what level you are in, 2 to 3 hours per day is the start. Right now, if you're one of those people who find it very hard to do the 2 to 3 hours, it doesn't matter, right? If it's very hard for you to do 2 to 3 hours, it doesn't matter. Start with 30 minutes. But by the end of the month, that 30 minutes should be to 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And then stay at 2 hours for a while until you can do 3 hours. However, you find it's natural as you get better, as you realize how good it is to stick on a routine like that, because you see your grades will improve, you see you're more engaged. So never be outworked. Put in as much effort as you can into things. Whether you will succeed or not, it doesn't matter. The very act of trying to do, that in itself is better than any grade you can get, because you're training your mind to work hard. You're training your mind to not rely on this idea of all the best people are the ones with the highest IQ or the ones who are very talented. No. With your little talent, with your little IQ, if you work really hard, you can get really good grades. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, I'm going to be making a video like every single day for lessons from failure. So like the page, subscribe. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter with the same name, Chindash Mbala. So just look around, although I'm more active on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.